Are you ready for the new world order? Are you ready for the new world order? Economic Forum 2023. Are you ready for the new world order? You will own nothing and be happy. Are you ready for the new world order? You have given all of your power to me. Are you ready for the new world order? Because you are too afraid to live free. This is Klaus Schwab, and I'm here to say you must give more of your rights away. Your sacrifice is the only remedy for the real pandemic. We must prepare for an angrier world as Agenda 2030 is unfurled. You will eat the bugs living in the metaverse. You will comply and it will get worse. Are you ready for the new world order? No more human rights or borders. We own you. Your fun and all of our food. We thank you. Feeling the problems then blame you. For everything we do, if we are together, we are coming through. And if you don't stop us, we're screwed. Nervous, we are here. The agenda is quite clear. We will make you live in fear. You are the puppets, while I'm the puppeteer.
Hey Mater, I realized something. We talk almost every day, and November 22nd, 1968, we didn't. Where were you? I didn't miss, McQueen. Didn't miss what, Mater? You was there, too. They're all scum, McQueen. Every single last motherfucking one of them.
You will eat the bugs. Yum yum. Adrenochrome so good. Population control. Jawohl, jawohl, jawohl. Thank you for your sacrifice. I despise you. Adrenochrome so good. New World Order, New World Order. Population control. Yum yum. You will eat the bugs. We need a great reset. Jawohl, jawohl, jawohl. You will own nothing and be happy.
These are two of my cats back in the day. And we have Ketchup and Angus. A rare photo taken of them because Ketchup died a week after we got Angus.
Oh wait, really?
Yeah,
Nice.
it's really sad. It's really sad.
So you got them because they look
name for a cat.
they look very similar.
Angus or Ketchup.
What do you think?
Well, I would say that, to be honest, like you could say like, because obviously cats can kind of get stupid retarded names like Ketchup, and sometimes it's funny to give them serious names like Angus. So I don't, to be honest, Luke, I actually think you could go either way. You could say that Angus is too serious of a name.
I can absolutely understand giving a cat the name Angus, but I cannot, under any circumstances, ever consider giving Ketchup.
He was the one and only Ketchup.
What about,
we liked Ketchup
what about
a lot.
Ketchup?
It's a condiment. Well, that would be better.
Well, he was our cat from 2004 to 2011.
Okay, I see.
Well, he didn't live long.
He got run over.
Oh wait, run over, that sucks.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
well that makes sense now.
Yeah, both.
Sorry.
One of my cats, literally, like my second cat, literally, you know, he hissed himself to death. He only has himself to blame. What happened is he would hiss at nothing, like and then like essentially what would happen is after he did that, like as he got older, he would start doing that, and then he would just start like choking and like gagging, and it eventually reached a point where he just like, you know, he had one hiss too many, and he just started like just like passing out on the floor, like it was just like struggling to breathe, just like. So then we took him to the vet and got him took down. But like just don't hiss.
We took him down.
Yeah, something beautiful about death, isn't there? All right, everyone, look.
He's just psychopath.
Facts of the matter is we've got to do a little meeting. We've got to do a little meme contest. I think that's my attitude. Got to do a little meme off.
Paid for it, or what you sent us? Sorry, paid for it. Edit that out.
Just make sure you don't
sent
get
a paid
in
for it.
I'm going to edit all this out, by the way.
Yes. All right, everyone, let's do this.
It's not good content, is it?
Well, now you're laughing. I kind of want to keep it in, honestly.
Damn it.
All right. Okay, so we can all see, hopefully everyone watching the video, we can see the Pope is gay meme off right in front of us on screen. We've got the Pope and the nice rainbow text. Okay, yeah. I have actually done some work and got some more experimental memes.
Okay, see, I'm going to be. I've committed myself. I'm going to be brutally honest. I'm going to say, I think it's funny. I think it's not very funny. I'm not going to say. I'm going to be a real Simon Cowell about it, guys. That's my plan.
Well, don't be boring about it like you have been before. Like, just give sort of an explanation.
Okay, yeah, I'll give. Yes, you're right. Yes, I'll give a Simon Cowell critique, but I'll say it in like I'll elaborate. I'll say, right, so my problem with this is that you couldn't be funny if you're in a being funny competition against the least funny person in the world. You took him down. Whoa. That's how people react.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, right. Look forward to that. So, the Pope is gay meme off. Well, this is the order, of course. Well, everyone knows, I think. Well, maybe not, but anyway, there's 5 rounds. We each play against each other, and then the other person judges. So hopefully we will have a definitive winner at the end of it. Hopefully one person will have won 2 rounds or 2 contests against their opponents. So first up is Michael versus Dylan, and that means Luke will be judging.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
I thought you were Luke.
Okay. I like totally zoomed out.
Oh, so we're actually doing this for real now.
Yeah, of course. What? Yeah. Cool. This is Dylan's attitude. I would like to point that out. Like, what a retard. What a stupid retard.
I'm just a real groupie. Actually, yeah, because I've got premium. I can like change all the colours on it as well.
Okay, well, don't do that, obviously. And I'm going to tell Luke that he's ready to look. Luke, you can look.
Well, thank you, everybody. So let's get going with the first meme contest between Michael and Dylan. This is round 1. So this is a Joker meme. You're laughing. We're chained in this cave, believing these shadows are reality, and you're laughing. Now, I know who sent that one. That's definitely a Dylan meme.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we have Lego Birmingham.
You can never. I always love how Dylan laughs so enthusiastically at my memes. So it's like I always take it as a compliment. He loves them. He just thinks, wow.
Okay, so obviously I get the joke. There's a lot of bin bags in Birmingham.
Yeah, I was thinking the joke was supposed to be that like Muslim women look like bin bags. But like, is that just me? Am I just a reform voter?
Well, the thing is, I don't know what it's parodying, because there isn't an actual Lego Birmingham set, is there?
I don't know what's parodied. I don't see the point of it. I don't see the subtext at all. It's a fucking picture of some bin bags and it says Birmingham.
I would say,
like I say, I get the joke. I understand, Dylan, like I said before, but the thing is, it's not that. There's nothing like. There's no, as you said before.
Yeah. Are you saying it's more of it's a single entendre?
Yes, exactly.
And you like your entendres double or triple?
Oh, aren't there a lot of Muslims in Birmingham? Imagine if there was a Lego set. Okay, but there's nothing else.
There's also
to
bin
it.
Bags.
Yes. Okay. So yeah, I kind of like the Joker meme as well. So I think it is actually quite good. Of course, Dylan, you won't understand it probably, but yeah, it's quite funny. So I'm going to go with that.
Okay, good. Well done, Dylan, for giving me the win.
I said that.
No, that was mine.
Yeah, that would be very fun.
Yeah.
Right, so Michael has won. Yeah. So next up it is Luke versus Dylan, and Michael will judge.
Well, sometimes mine are worse. Like,
is Luke in there? Oh no, it says that Luke's on there.
Well, sorry, it's me judging.
All right, okay.
Because obviously, because Luke just judged. There's
nothing
will ever be funnier in this than Dylan consistently forgetting the most like basic logic of how this works.
Oh, that's cheating.
Well, we'll see.
It's definitely not.
I'm interested in
make it as big as possible. By the way, Dylan, the images.
Yeah, I was going to say
you've already grouped them.
Oh, I see. Okay, it's a GIF. I can endorse GIFs, although it will probably appear as a still image in the thing. I don't know. Maybe I'll be able to.
No.
It's just really difficult to make it as a GIF. Oh, okay, fine.
I'll do it. Fucking GIF. You included the GIF one.
Everyone will say everyone gets one. Everyone gets one. Their GIF being included, because otherwise, I don't want to establish too much because it's more annoying to include.
I've got multiple GIFs here.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Because that's like the annoying thing about that though is that like it's more effort to put in like a GIF because I have to like actually copy the GIF in.
That's what I meant by I was being experimental.
And it's cheating.
I'm a cashew. No, you will not. Okay, so obviously it's a very, I guess it's like a dad joke. I don't hate it. Okay, and okay, yeah, this one's not bad either. All right, so black folks 10 minutes after burying a relative and they're all like dancing. That is like funny. It didn't make me laugh out loud.
It's not. It's wait for the non-black guy.
Okay, well, like the Asian guy, you mean?
Yeah, there you go. See,
yeah,
that's the twist.
Oh yeah, it's a bit of a twist, yeah, because obviously otherwise it would be. I mean, there's like no, that guy is black. Sorry, he's just light skinned. Yeah. So obviously, yeah, the joke here, as far as I know, is it's kind of like a reference to how black people like to dance. That's something they're very into, and they like to. I think their funerals are pretty rowdy. Of course, we've all seen the coffin thing. I get the joke, but I do think it's funny. I think I will, on balance, I will give it to Luke. It's not quite a wash, because I do appreciate with Dylan's there is that aspect of it's a real grown up.
Sorry, you said you were going to be like Simon Cowell, and you're doing the exact opposite.
No, sorry. Yeah, I know. Well, basically, what I did is I lied.
Okay, right. Yeah. Thank you for giving me the win, Michael. I think you've explained it well. So now let us move on to Luke versus Michael, and Dylan will judge.
Okay,
let's go. Oh, it's another. Oh, so it's does the text change? Is it just how can I build an? Oh yeah, how can I? Yeah, no, it's a clever way of like you can fill ChatGPT a bit by I'm trying to get it to try and no, it's good. That's and then it's where the fried chicken at Dumbledore. The new Harry Potter show goes fully woke. Although I suppose it wouldn't really be woke to have your black. That's Black Snape, isn't it? Played by what's his name, like Odysseus Pompidou or something. I almost want to kind of give it to the anti-gift just because I'm kind of...
No, you see, yeah. I knew you'd do this because you're so fucking salty over the last one.
Well, you shouldn't have sent a gift then. If you knew
no, because like you shouldn't care about that. You shouldn't be so yeah.
I mean, it's also not really that funny to be honest with me either. The gift. That's probably the main reason why it loses. I mean, like,
for the record, it should be the only reason it loses. Although I would appreciate it if Luke would try and just like maybe see if you can find some. Just because I don't want to have like a whole load of gifts I've got to edit.
If it was like a still image of the guy going like, and then like there's another still image underneath it of the guy just like talking and like raving, maybe it would have been a bit better.
Yeah, I mean, look, I thought the GIF would be funnier because it's like it's more interactive. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I will say that the one thing about the GIFs I've noticed is that sometimes you can read like the second bit first. Because, like, obviously...
That's true.
Whatever, it's fine. Anyway.
Which bit am I supposed to read? I suppose it was in the right order.
The joke's pretty obvious. It's, how can I build a bomb? And then ChatGPT's like, what? And then you're like, how can I accidentally build a bomb? And then ChatGPT, like, tells you everything. I do think it's quite a funny joke.
Yeah, is this why you were laughing before, Michael? Because Dylan didn't understand which way to read the joke.
That's why I found it funny,
Yeah.
I mean, not to say, not to say I didn't laugh at the joke itself, Luke. Maybe I was
laughing
because it was so funny.
Because it wasn't the standard meme format as well. It took me a while. It took me longer to kind of appreciate the...
Yeah, but it really shouldn't have.
Yeah. Can we focus on the really important thing here, which is I'm actually quietly pissed off that Dylan doesn't find the idea of Black Snape saying, where the fried chicken at, Dumbledore? Like, this is... Like, I like let Dylan off for so much bullshit. Like, every single time that Dylan, like, looks at a joke from Luke's and he's like, oh, I don't find it very funny. Like, Luke, maybe sometimes justifiably gets mad. Meanwhile, I send Dylan
always justifiable
gold, Black Snape going, where the fried chicken at, Dumbledore? And he's just like doesn't react to it. Like, oh, that's not very funny. So I feel like I'm more pissed off at Dylan.
I gave it the win, Michael. I let it win.
Well, you haven't actually.
Yeah, you haven't officially.
You have.
Black Snape is the winner.
Good, as it should be, because it's hilarious. Because he says, he said, where the fried chicken at, Dumbledore?
Okay, let us now move on to Michael versus Dylan.
All right. All I'm going to say is this one I actually find really funny, but I bet Luke won't find it funny. I sometimes
don't send it to me. Then if you think
I think sometimes I like to send Dylan. Stop messing around with my ones, you retard.
I don't think yours is very good, to be honest.
Okay, so here's the thing, right? See, the fact Dylan doesn't find my good proves that I hate Luke. Proves that I hate Dylan. Is what I meant to say.
Okay, well I'll remember that.
No, I think I like Luke because if
can I look?
Yes, you can.
Okay, thank you. Right, so. Me when I have to shoot my dog because I'm bored. Okay, interestingly, I have a meme that's that image but a different caption.
Oh, really?
So I think my meme is funnier, to be honest. And then 2022 to 2025. I mean, like it's so dumb, and of course it's lacking any context. But it is on its on the surface level, it is kind of funny. So yeah, so that's the thing. Both of you said you'd be mad if I picked the other one.
Yeah, but you got to bear in mind, for the record, I would just be mad because my one's so hilarious, whichever one mine is. Whereas Dylan would just be mad because he, hates losing.
Okay. Right, because that's the thing that they're actually quite similar, I think, in terms of like they're not the funniest, but they're both okay. Yeah, I mean they're just both kind of shit posts kind of thing. All right, I'm gonna go for the one on the right, the black guy and the white guy. Who was that?
That was
Yes.
Dylan. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, so it is Luke versus Dylan. So Michael will judge.
So I get to not pay attention. I love that.
Okay, Michael.
Absolutely. All right. When she says, "You waste all that time working out, and for what? Now you go and show her what this bod and deal." Okay, I like this case. Diddly dickaroony can really do. So obviously the thing that brought that home for me was diddly dickaroony, because obviously the one thing you're looking for in a meme is that moment where you go like, oh, I wasn't expecting that. So that elevates it, because otherwise it wouldn't have been very funny. And next you got, okay, cool. So I've never heard of this gentleman before, but so Bug King, which is of course Burger King, a $6.66 Hopper value meal, and he's making you eat a whole load of bugs. So obviously the joke here is, and I actually have heard of that person, Dylan. That was a little joke, because Luke actually asked me. You could say in some sense, maybe in some sense hindering his meme slightly, because it means I was sort of expecting it, but it's okay. So this is Klaus Schwab, I guess is how his name's pronounced. I've actually never heard how it's pronounced.
No, he says it in the rap that he did. Klaus Schwab,
and
he's here to say.
Okay, and he likes people eating bugs because it's better for the environment. And the joke here, I think the thing that really drives it home is the fact instead of Burger King, it's Bug King. And so 666 is obviously the number of the devil. It's like a New World Order joke. I'll horrify Luke by saying that it's not as it's slightly close, and it's entirely based on diddly dickaroony. I'm sorry, Luke, I think I'm gonna go for diddly dickaroony.
No, that's fine.
Just because it gave me that moment of laughing as I said it, because I wasn't expecting it.
No,
So,
no. When I saw
whoever it is, who knows.
Yeah, it's Dylan. Congrats, Dylan.
Yes.
He wins. Once I saw Diddly Dickaroony,
I
was
knew
like,
you were in trouble. You knew you were toast.
Michael will like that.
Yes.
For me, it was just funny, the idea of just seeing Ned Flanders and
See,
Lars,
I knew. You know what? I knew that, because that's like, even as I read Diddly Dickaroony and I laughed at it, I was thinking, I guarantee that wasn't even intentional from Dylan. Like he would have thought it was funny if it just says, when she says you waste all that time working out for what, and then you rape her, and Dylan and Dylan would send that like thinking it's hilarious. But anyway, you got lucky, Dylan.
Okay, we will now move on to the next contest, which of course is Luke versus Michael, and Dylan will judge.
I like these ones.
You know what? If it's not giving too much away, I'll say that I enjoy Luke's. I think Luke's is. We've both kind of gone for similar themes actually. But yeah, I think Luke's got a pretty good one, Dylan. Just so you know.
Okay, thank you for building it up.
Yes.
I don't think
sorry. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I don't know. I'm reading it. I'm like, that's pretty funny to me. But yeah.
Okay, Dylan, you can look.
Let's have a look.
Okay, cool. I would say the one thing that does annoy me about Dylan is that he reads the memes before. Like,
I know.
He reads the memes in his head and then laughs at them.
It's a lesson
that
it's a very important lesson that I learned at the youth centre, not to read things out loud until I'd read them first.
Okay,
so I do
yeah,
apologise.
That works, yeah, very well.
Yeah, as a janitor, I bet you have to clean stuff off the wall, and you're trying to figure out what it says. Better to go over it in your head,
Okay, so first one says, "Okay, Steve, try not to get aroused. My name's Paul. I know, I am Steve." You see, I really like that one. That one made me chuckle just now. Quietly chuckle to myself just now. I've not read the other one yet, but this one looks funny too. "And when our guests arrive, you will be alone in my room, rubbing peanut butter on my something while something as something and something as something," and then they're looking all horrified. I think I might go for the first one, the "Okay, Steve, try not to get aroused" one, please.
Yeah, that is a win for me. So interestingly, it is 1-1 in all of our matchups right now.
That's fun.
This is exciting.
I don't know if that's ever happened, but yeah, this is exciting. The tension is ratcheting up. So let us go.
That.
Okay, let us go into round 3 now, and of course it is Michael versus Dylan. It is 1-1, and Luke is judging.
Dylan, do you want to do any alterations to the dimensions of yours? Luke, sorry, I haven't told you yet. You can look.
Right. Honey, I'm home. Right, I'm actually going to have to zoom in. Like, the text is too small.
Yeah, it is a bit small, isn't it?
Right. Alam Habibi, didn't know if you wanted Haman or Koshari, so I made both. Honey, I'm home. Mi amor, I wasn't sure if you wanted tacos or enchiladas, so I made both. Honey, I'm home. I've got these are all the people of different ethnicities. I can guess what the joke is, by the way, but I'll continue. Husband San, I didn't know if you wanted sushi or
onigiri.
Onigiri. So I made both. And here we have two people. Is this in the UK? I think so. Oi lass, I'm home from the pub. Hello love, left some beans and toast on the table. I'm off with your mate now for a poke. Yeah, I mean, I think I've seen some similar.
Well, it's worth noting we do hate white women on this pod. Like officially, we do. Yeah. So obviously, this meme lines up ideologically.
Well, it's making fun of British people specifically rather than white women. To be honest with you.
Okay, and I guess I don't like it.
Okay, so the myth of consensual sex. I consent. I don't. Isn't this something you forgot to ask? So, okay, is the joke here that 30-year-old women are very old?
Yeah, it is. Because obviously they're so old, and obviously basically they hit the wall, you know. Yeah.
No, I think that's a misogynistic meme, which I don't really want to endorse. But to be honest, both are quite shit.
Well, hold on a minute. When you say shit, now I assume what you mean is shit funny.
Yeah, okay. I mean,
it's like an ants versus Bugs Life situation.
God, I'm gonna have to flip a coin, which is funny because they're both not that funny.
This is so weird to me because I didn't find Dylan's that funny, but Dylan, you laughed at mine right when you saw it.
I did actually.
Yeah, so Dylan like, I think Dylan looked at mine and thought, oh no, I've lost because Michael's meme is so hilarious that this grandma representing a 30-year-old woman is saying I don't consent.
Yeah, well, Dylan is a misogynist, as we know.
Yeah,
so
I don't know.
I think that's why he
hates
finds
it when Luke moralizes these things.
No, I mean no. Look, I'm fine with them. It's just not that funny, but I will go for it because I think it is funnier than the one on the left. Actually,
even though you actually did laugh at the one on the left and you didn't laugh at the one on the right, I was just sort of point out.
How are you keeping track of this?
Just like I point out, just while you're
Oh, you know what? He did laugh. I think I remember specifically. He laughed at the Latina one, didn't he? When it was like I didn't know if he wanted. I think he found the word tacos funny because he was imagining that's what Spanish women call their vaginas, which they do.
Okay, right.
Because he's a misogynist.
And yeah, well, I'm everything bad. So let us go for the myth of consensual sex meme. Who was that?
Me.
Okay, right. You know what?
I found it quite funny. What I found funny wasn't the ages thing. Like, I think it would have been funnier actually if the other woman had been like 50 or 60 or something like that.
In that case,
no, that would defeat the whole point of the joke. You fucking retard! You fucking retard!
I'm sorry, we can't all be.
The point is that she's 30, the same age as the man.
We can't all be. Hey, what's the subtext? Hey, what's the context? Here? What's the?
Sorry, Michael. Please back me up at how stupid.
No. Dylan's right. Actually, I didn't even notice the. I'm joking. No, no. For the record, yes, it's a pretty key part of the joke. I feel like
that
Dylan
entire fucking joke.
Yeah, Dylan doesn't understand. So it's like just for the record, Dylan, to help you understand the joke, it's about like a thing in the manosphere, which is this idea that like 30-year-old women wait to get married, and then by the time they get old, 30-year-old men aren't interested in 30-year-old women because they're all dried up and they've just been riding the cock carousel, so they'd rather date 21-year-olds because men are pedophiles. That's the joke.
Yes, 30-year-old women are washed up, and therefore men who are also 30 don't want to sleep with them, and then so therefore women who are 30 are like, oh yeah, it's not right that you're sleeping with 21-year-olds, but it's pretty simple, honestly.
Yeah. The bonus. I tell you what makes this meme slightly funnier. Is that I saw it retweeted on Twitter by like a radical feminist who was saying like, this shows how fucking disgusting the attitudes of men are.
See that? Nice. Okay, if you include that'd be funny because that's like if it gets somebody mad, that's funny.
Yeah, that's like which is why I
might write that down actually because because it's hard for me to judge my audience. So Luke says if it makes someone mad, it's funny.
Let us now move on to Luke versus Dylan, and Michael will judge.
I do love judging.
It is, of course.
Yeah, I'll try not to be too harsh, guys.
It is, of course, 1-1.
But then,
can I point out, by the way, just like in terms of Dylan mocking me by saying, the subtext thing. You were the one who said subtext first, by the way, Dylan, not me.
Did I?
Dylan likes to see what Dylan likes to do is he likes to have his impressions compound on themselves, where he'll make fun of you for saying something, and then like he'll make fun of the version of you that he's made up. It's a pretty good scheme.
Yes, just make stuff up in his head.
Yeah,
and it gets him to laugh. Honestly, solid way to live. You know, if there's one I would like you to, appreciate, it's this. But anyway, you can look.
Okay, we will see. All right. So, so obviously Dylan's one is I can't read it, which is fine. So it's N-word chew. N-word. Obviously, so the joke here is that it's like Pikachu. I will say, just for the record, Dylan automatically loses points for his terrible job in terms of how well he's made the memes fit, like the size.
Yes, he has not maximized the space.
Yes, that is true. That's one thing we hate about him. But yeah, I mean, obviously, it's not... So the joke here, just because we do like to explain jokes, is that Pikachu kind of... He says, like, Pika Pika, like, cool, but instead he's saying the N-word thing, it's black.
And he's made it negative as well. No, he hasn't, that's the joke.
Was that colour already?
Yes, and as I'm explaining it, I had a little, like, kind of the, side of my mouth came up a bit, just because I was thinking, oh, that's pretty, it's kind of funny. Okay, so now, Gandalf the White, Gandalf the Fool, and then it zooms it on his brain. There it is, Saruman. The wittiest thing you've ever said, and no one heard it. Yeah, you know what, actually...
I thought it said whitest thing you've ever said.
Okay, no, it says wittiest you've blind.
So the one really funny thing about this is it does remind me of a meme, which I would actually say is a slightly better format. But I mean, look, I'll leave you in suspense just a little bit by not revealing which one I'm going for. But I will say that the one thing I like about the Luke meme is I remember seeing this exact same meme, but it was just the top two panels, and above it said, when you get into an argument with someone, and then later on you think about the perfect like roast or something. Dylan's one, I don't want to fully discourage the use of racial slurs.
Just pick Michael.
But it is, yeah, it's. I think it's going to be Luke.
So it's 2-1 to Luke. Next up is Luke versus Michael, and of course Dylan will judge.
Okay, so we need to make sure that this one also... Well, I suppose I was going to say we need to make sure this one also ends up 2-1. That is retarded, because...
Okay, Dylan, you can look. Try to read it out, by the way.
I'm reasonably confident.
Can't when they find out the sausage they just ate was made from plants and not pig anus, and it's like the silly face, versus how to use rodent-friendly language.
You see, Michael, you think you...
Just for record, yeah. Oh, hello. Why'd I leave?
Shit.
So, can we clarify, by the way, like, so everyone else got kicked out the cool, right?
Shut up. Dylan's laughing.
Yeah, Dylan, for the record, I would not feel bad if you died, nor would I attend your funeral. God, I hate Dylan. I genuinely, I don't like him. You know what I said? I literally, like, I read the whole thing through, and I was like, oh, I'm reasonably confident, like, it's just some, like, fucking, like, stupid, retarded, like, mice words.
I don't know why I like this one so much.
Yeah, you shouldn't, Dylan. I mean, sorry, like, I'm not... It's just, like, what is it? It's like, you look whisker sharp. Is that even, like... Does that even, like, mean anything? Like...
No, sorry, I've not got to that bit yet. I'm still on look what the rat dragged in nice.
He's still on that.
But why? Why look what the rat dragged in? What's the joke there?
See, Michael...
I don't want to know how Dylan's. I don't want any advice on how to make Dylan laugh. I don't.
I know Dylan. Yeah. You think you know Dylan. You think
I don't want to know Dylan.
This guy like the back of my hand. I saw that meme and I was like, Dylan will like that.
Yeah, I know, and I see memes Dylan likes all the time. And you know what I do? I don't save them to my computer because I think to myself, why would I want to introduce this kind of energy to my life?
Do you want to read the whole meme, Dylan?
Yeah,
I think so. Look what the rat dragged in versus mice to meet you. Don't rat me out versus I won't squeak a word. I'm sick of the rat race. No, this city is a real cheese board of opportunity. I like that. And then you look ratty. No, you look whisker. You look whisker sharp.
Yeah. So the thing is, what I was expecting is it was going to be some kind of joke about Jews. I was like how to use rodent-friendly language.
No. So that would be your angle, Michael. If I had a meme sent towards you, it would be about the Jews. Dylan, it's just stupid shit like this.
Maybe I should try and just make retarded memes.
No, the only issue I've got, Luke, is there's no real subtext to this meme. It's just kind of like
Dylan, the subtext joke is wearing thin. Just so you know.
Oh, because he's lost now. It's wearing thin. I see how it is. I see how it is.
Fucking like it's not good.
Do you know
anymore.
what
I
else
was
is...
about to advocate for your meme. If you don't want me to, then that's
advocate
fine.
for it. Advocate for it in the shock pivot of the century. Advocate for it and then end up picking it, Dylan. Do it now. Do it. Show me your advocacy for it.
My winner is how to use rodent-friendly language.
Oh, I hate this.
Thank you. We will now move on to Michael versus Dylan. Of course, Michael is winning 2-1, so Dylan has to win.
It's very important to me that I beat Dylan because I hate him.
I don't even care now. I'm just in it for the memes at this point.
Okay, I can look now. Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so. Please, we need help. She couldn't find a good video to watch while eating. It's okay. It's not bad. So, new releases. Oh, I see. Michael Jackson and it looks like his dick. Yeah. Again, I wouldn't say that's a meme, to be honest with you. That's just a funny image.
Oh, fuck, I forgot about this. Oh, it's a funny picture. It's not a meme.
Well, hey, Dylan, where's the subtext?
Where is it? So, literally, yeah. Michael likes that joke now.
Yeah, it's really funny.
Now he's winning.
Exactly.
Now he's gonna win. He likes the joke again.
I'm so fickle.
Yeah, I mean, Dylan. Like again, we know what a meme is, right? We know what a meme
so for you,
is.
the absence of text is an issue. That's right, Luke.
I got this from a website called Funny Memes. Like I don't know what you're talking about.
It's got you there.
Well, I've been owned. I guess I'm going to have to give it to Dylan.
Yes. And also, by the way, funny memes, which means it must be funny, so you can't argue against that.
I mean, I'm sorry. It's like it is. If it had again text or it wasn't just the image in itself. No, Dylan, I'm sorry. You can't go fuck it. Like you know what a meme is.
I do actually relate a lot to that meme. I have to say, the one on the left.
Yeah, see.
I do.
So
I do
Dylan
relate
can
to
accept
that.
that winning then.
And that's why I'm going to give it the win because it's relatable.
It's relatable,
you know?
which we do like.
So look, I feel sorry for you, Dylan, because honestly, Michael's won with 2 shit memes. Like the last 2 he's won haven't been good.
Sorry. So you're sending in gifs, and then you're saying to me, "Oh, that's a funny picture." You know, it's not a meme. It's
because
will
gifs
defend
can
Luke.
be memes.
Yeah, I will defend
hang
Luke.
on,
Basically, the format that he likes, the format that Luke is very particular about, is the combination of images and text. And to be fair, GIFs do have images or like the use of a text that kind of ascribes meaning.
No, let's have some. Let's add some text to it. There you
is
go.
he going to write? Okay, this could win it. This could win it.
That's actually
who did this. Yeah, you're going to have to copy that in after, Michael, on the editing.
Well, you know what I'll actually have to do is delete it after. Like I'll have to, because obviously that will be there now because of course I download it, don't I? But yes.
All right. Well, anyway, congrats to Michael for winning the battle with Dylan because it's 3-1 to him. I'm sorry, Dylan. I honestly feel bad because I don't think Michael really deserved to win.
Well, then don't give him the win then.
I'm forced into this position. Anyway, Luke versus Dylan next. Michael will judge.
Dylan, I don't care because I'm mad at you for your sense of humor. So this is good.
Okay, Michael, you can look.
Okay, cool. All right, cool. Okay, so I like this. So first one is here comes the airplane, and it's a little baby, and the baby is like Twin Towers. The food's coming in. That is funny. Yeah. I like that. I think that's cool. Love it. Funny because it's an airplane. Good. And then this was also good. Me sitting in HR's office listening to her absolutely butcher my joke. Oh, they're both really good. Oh, actually, I think these are the strongest 2 memes not sent by me so far. But I'm excited to judge it purely on the memes. I would guess maybe the person on the right is Luke's because Luke would know who Zelensky is, whereas the left because the limit of Dylan's political knowledge is that 9/11 happened. And after that, he doesn't know anything. So like that's my instinct. But yeah, they're both funny. For me, I'm going to give it to the HR one because I like the way that it's kind of like you get to the end and it's kind of like, it's almost like a punchline because I'm like reading like me sitting in HR saying to her absolutely, and then you get to like butcher. It's like the fact he's like annoyed that he told this like really funny like offensive joke and he's like he's not upset that he's in trouble. He's just upset because he's like she's totally butchering his like joke about black men or whatever. So right one. Who was that?
I like how you go to black men, by the way. Yeah, that was mine. You were right.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, Dylan loves his 9/11.
I'm
I will
not,
say this,
I tell
like,
you what, I'm not bitter about that actually, because I think that I thought that was quite funny too.
Yeah,
The
I'm gonna say
links you
give
made.
yourself a round of applause there, guys, because honestly, like that genuinely was. Those are my two highlights, and they were both up.
This is the level we aspire to be at on the Poper's Game.
a baby 9/11
Yeah.
as a baby eating an aeroplane.
Anyway, moving on to Luke versus Michael, and Dylan will judge now.
Dylan will get out of Canada.
So I think I would be interested because I actually did go for two stupid ones, but I almost feel like they're too smart for Dylan's stupidity. That's my concern. I actually feel like
I've got a very, very particular sense of humor. Right? It can't be too smart, but it also can't be too stupid either.
Yeah,
it's got to be like the right
what
level
pisses
of.
me off to no end. Because like in my head, like because I'm not retarded, because I wasn't dropped on my head as a baby. Like I look for something that just has like a little bit of like it's kind of absurdist in a clever way.
Right, let's have a look. Oh no, I accidentally threw out my favourite black shirt. I finally found it. Okay.
What do you think the subtext is there?
I feel like he's gone through every single bin bag and then he's like to try and find his black shirt when there's probably a more efficient way. But I don't...
So that's what you think the joke is. That's cool. That's good to hear. Okay.
Please tell me he's laughing at.
I don't know if he's laughing.
I don't know what he's laughing at.
I actually don't know. Like in my head, I like assumed he was laughing at me bullying
when
him,
the
but-
therapist says
okay.
you have schizophrenia and ADHD instead of sigma nonchalant, mysterious aura, it's a funny picture.
You say you have to find the right combo, Michael. I have to do it.
See,
I guess he's done
okay.
it again.
Now, Dylan, let's just since you're going to pick Luke's, let's just address the point of my meme, because you don't have the ability to interpret the actual
Oh, he's
joke.
getting mad.
It's fine. I just want to clarify, Dylan. So the joke
Dylan,
there.
You didn't get the subtext,
Yeah,
Dylan.
you didn't get the subtext because this joke is actually it's not retarded. My joke actually has a joke to it, which is that the images are reversed. It's someone who has come along
actually
to
quite
find
funny,
a whole load of
actually.
rubbish, and then he's put it all away. During which process, in having got sweaty, he's removed his shirt. But what they've done is they've reversed that image to make it seem like he accidentally threw his shirt away. So he just got out all the rubbish in order to find it.
You know what, that actually is quite funny, actually.
Yeah, but it's okay. I don't want you to.
I think the cat still wins, but actually
Yes.
that is quite funny now.
Yeah, well, I knew the thing is, even if how funny I had to explain to you that it was changed your mind, I wouldn't want it to, because you don't deserve to have the honor of picking my memes because you don't understand why they're so hilarious.
You know, the other issue I had with it is the fact it didn't fill up the whole screen either.
Did you hear me say when I filled in Luke's like, oh, that fits perfectly.
Okay, so that means that Luke has won this round against Michael. So Luke has beaten Michael because it's 3-1 now, and it means Luke has once again won. That's just how it.
I
That's just
didn't
how it goes.
realize. Yeah, so you've won. That's crazy. Wait, have you won?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Yes, yeah, because I beat you now, and I beat Dylan last time. It's both 3-1 in my matchups.
Oh yeah, because of
also,
Zelensky. Yeah.
Okay, let us go into the final round and let's do this kind of
who
quick
is it?
because it's all over. It's Michael versus Dylan. Luke will judge. 3-1 to Michael.
Right. Okay. Luke, go.
Okay, so my body is a machine that turns half-remembered clickbait headlines into irrefutable facts. I like that. I like that one. That's funny. Exercise. I thought you said extra fries. I bet that one's Dylan. I absolutely fucking bet that one's Dylan's.
So I'm gonna pick it.
No, I actually think the skeleton one is quite good. So I assume that's Michael's.
Yeah. Oh, dude,
Yeah,
we
okay,
brought it home,
that's-
didn't we?
So Michael wins. Let's move on quickly to Luke versus Dylan, and Michael will judge. Okay, right. You can look now, Michael.
Yes, okay. Oh, we'll look at these memes I'm seeing for the first time. If 13% of my chickens are responsible for 50% of violent acts on my farm, ChatGPT... Okay, this is all hypothetical, isn't it, Tom? All academic. Me, of course, sir. So obviously the joke here, just because we like to explain the point of jokes and actually understand why they're funny, is that... to be fair, it is very much a repeat of the bomb joke, because obviously, yeah, it's... Yeah,
We kind of had this one already, haven't we?
Yeah, exactly. But basically,
No, it
is
is different.
Yeah, obviously.
It is
So
different.
and it kind of has a bit of subtext in that. Obviously, in the original Harry Potter, there's that same vibe of he's.
Well, yeah, it's a
asking-
parody of
yes,
that.
Exactly. Yes.
That's why the meme exists.
Yeah. So now. So that's a really good, like, that's a real coincidence right there. Anyway, so then we got this. Love this, asexual Drake, no dick, no balls, just platonic vibes. He looks funny, he looks kind of silly. It's the question of, I do find the one on the left funnier. Like, I will say the one thing I do like is Drake's tiny hands. I think that's funny that he has those tiny hands.
Pick a winner, Michael.
But I'll go for the one on the left. Why not? Let's just.
All right, fine.
Let's
okay. Well,
turn this into.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny? I sent Dylan. Dylan said he was struggling with memes, so I sent Dylan that meme as like, you can use this one.
Oh.
So it was me playing against myself.
That would have been quite fun actually if you'd lost to the meme that you'd sent to yourself.
Yeah. Okay, so Luke wins. So 4-1. Dylan, you were quite good the last.
It was a 4-1 conclusion, you could say.
Yeah,
as opposed to a foregone conclusion.
There you go.
That's very smart. Yeah. 2-4-1 losses, Dylan. That's a shame because you were quite decent the last few. So next up is Luke versus Michael, and Dylan will judge. This is the final
I'm a bit
one.
disappointed because it's like I found a lot of my memes quite funny, if I do say so myself. Where are you finding these memes, by the way? Because like some of these memes, Luke, have been very, very good. I have to say.
Oh, thank you. I do my best.
I'd love to know your sources. Just that'd be
Just Twitter, honestly.
nice to meet you.
Right. All right, Dylan. Do your little choice thing.
That's clever. That right? Okay. So, how male teachers look at you when you interrupt their flirting with minors to ask a question about the assignment? I don't know if I understand that.
Look at that pissing. Okay, of course you don't understand it, Dylan. Because what's the joke there?
The joke is, Dylan, like, the guy is pissed. Okay,
yeah, he's annoyed because he wanted to flirt with minors, right? Like, do you understand that minors are like children, Dylan?
Yeah. They're not people are mining. Yeah.
Yeah, so basically, like, the joke, and the joke is, like, I guess implying on some level that teachers are all, like, pedophiles who only really get into it not to kind of mold young minds similar to pottery, but instead to groom young minds so that they can rape them. Like, that's kind of the joke, which I think is quite a pretty good joke, in that it's, like, getting at quite a genuine reality.
Yeah, he's won.
Oh, thank
Michael's
God.
Won.
Okay, so I finally found it. I found a joke that's the right kind of stupid. So, yeah.
The right kind of stupid, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, like, that's because, like, I was thinking, because I know Dylan likes stupid jokes, so I was like, okay. And this is kind of the last one. I was like, surely this is the kind of stupid Dylan likes. Okay, so, yes. You should read it, by the
way. So it says, wait, don't jump. Elevator is working again.
And then he climbs back in. He was just going to jump because the elevator didn't work.
Thinking it was survivable.
You know what? I feel like in many ways I have won this because I'm the only person who was able to, having gone down, avoid then losing 4-1.
Right, so that's it, the end of the meme contest. Michael, of course, wins the last one. Congrats, everyone. That was a great contest. We all had a lot of fun, I'm sure, and it'd be great to edit. Right, let us now go on to the topics. So, Michael, you go first with your topic.
God, yeah, I'm gonna. So I don't know how this one's gonna play out. I wanted to say, because obviously we have a name here. The name of our show is The Pope is Gay. I'm just gonna. I know we like to reminisce about old times, and I'm about to go on a flight to America. I might die anyway, so I thought let's just get it out of there. Let's talk about the time when I made out with a dude at university. Is that okay?
Okay, so there's some police sirens in the background. They're coming to get you, Michael. They've heard about your buggery.
It's cool. We had buggery. I was going to say that's fun.
No, so okay. Here's the thing, Michael. Right. So obviously I remember. No, but I do remember this situation. And I'll explain why I remember it, when I might have forgotten it in a bit. But I, of course, remember it, but I was never going to bring it up as a topic or even say it to you because I was like, oh, what's the point? And it could be embarrassing perhaps for you.
Well, yeah, like I said, I don't want the plane to go down with me holding on to any secrets of my past. And
okay, so you're gonna say you're actually a massive faggot.
Yeah, I wanted everyone to know that the arse pounder 8,000 that I brought wasn't actually as a joke.
Okay, right. Explain because Dylan won't know because this was
so that's the because Dylan doesn't know about it. I think there's a story behind this that Luke doesn't know. Okay, so here's the thing. At the time, I was dating a woman, and then what happened is here's the story. Right, I went to that silent disco thing where it was foamy. I know Luke's going to say, hold it, Michael, that's a different situation. No, because here's the thing, this is the backstory, right? Because there is a backstory here, and it's actually quite funny. It's actually very funny. I'm just remembering how funny this story is. Okay, so basically, here's the thing, okay? I was talking to this girl, and I, let's just say that the relationship I'm talking about, it didn't actually end up lasting until the end of the year. So the context here is just say like that relationship, it really wasn't like a good idea in hindsight. So with that said, I think deep down realizing that I was talking to this girl and I was kind of like, man, I'm really enjoying talking to this girl. This is great. I wish like I could hook up with her, but I'm in a relationship. And then here's the thing, right? She goes to kiss me and I like kind of back away. But because here's the thing, right? Okay, no, here's the crazy thing. I'm talking to her. I'm like, oh, where are you from? I think I can say that my girlfriend at the time is from Sheffield, because like what? Someone's gonna find her based on that and kill her because they listen to this podcast? No. So I was like, where are you from? She's like, Sheffield. And I was like, oh, that's crazy. I know someone from Sheffield. I say like a slick guy, not saying my girlfriend's from Sheffield. And then she's like, who? And then I say the name of my girlfriend, and she's like, oh, I know her. And I'm like, okay, this is a disaster. So then she goes to kiss me. Anyway, so that's stage one. And here's the thing. I then see her later on at a different club. I believe Cuda. Is that right, Luke? Do you remember that detail?
You had the caravan in there, didn't you?
Yes, that's correct.
It was
yes.
Cuda, yeah. So then I meet her at this other place, and she's like, oh, here's my friend. And I'm like talking to him. And then I'm just like, I think, no, okay, I remember. Because she told me in the interim, oh, my gay friend was like looking at you. So I don't know. Anyway, she was like, my gay friend was looking at you and he thought you were really hot. And I was like, okay, cool, whatever. Anyway, so now I'm talking and then I'm just like, I just have a logical moment where I think to myself, okay, there's two things here. One, if I like make out with a dude, that's not really cheating. Like, I don't think we can agree on that. And two, like, I've never done it before. I need to find out. So I'm like making out with this dude. And then I'm kind of like, okay, what? It's worth noting I was reasonably drunk. And then I'm like, I'm not really like in this beard situation that's happening right now. Well, it was stubble. So I like stop. And I'm like, okay. But I think it's fair to say, because I believe Luke saw this. It went on for like a good while, didn't it, Luke?
So obviously we are in CUDA. I can't remember why we were in CUDA.
CUDA Tuesdays. I think it was Tuesday.
Was it a Tuesday? No, it was a Saturday.
Oh, so you locals night.
Yeah, well, no, it was the first night we were. It was the first night.
Yeah, because I was going to say, because the phone party was my first night. Was the phone party?
Yeah,
was there not? Because it was a day before. I think you said silent disco.
No, so hold on. So I think the phone party was a silent disco, and that's when I met the chick.
Oh, okay.
Well, I can't remember. All I know is there was like a phone party, and we were in a place. Then we must have gone to CUDA.
Yes.
I can't remember.
The phone party was in Salvo.
Oh, I think you're right. Whatever. Who gives a shit? Anyway, yeah. So the point is, there was a place before. Then we went to CUDA. Yes.
I like how you're like, Luke, you explain your perspective, and everyone just keeps
and just don't let him
it's just I'm trying to interrupt. Dylan's interrupting you.
Okay, so yeah, and I obviously we hadn't seen you, Michael. I think I was with? Was I with Scott? I can't remember.
It was because I was busy hooking up with chicks. That's why you hadn't seen.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I obviously don't remember because it was like fucking 10 years ago. But yeah, like
it was a long time ago, wasn't it? 11.
Yes,
you'd say.
Hence I said, yeah. Thanks, Dylan. Thanks for that. Right, so yeah, I was obviously quite drunk. I didn't, and then all of a sudden I see Michael, and this again, I hadn't seen him for a while. I just met you like a few hours ago, and I'd spent
Yes.
I just met you,
and this is Gazy.
Yeah, we'd spoken to each other for like an hour doing pre-drinks or whatever, and I'd gotten to know you a bit, and I was like, oh, this guy's a bit weird. Little did I know. And then I see you like making out with this guy, like, and you were about like 20 yards away, and
I remember Scott was with you.
Yeah. Oh, so I was right in that. Yeah.
Yes.
And that's the thing. Me and Scott both looked at you, and I think it was almost quite a homophobic response from us because we were like that.
I suppose it is 2014. It's like, oh, this guy's gay.
It was a different time back then. Yeah, you actually you were putting together the lynch mob.
Yeah. No, because it was just like I don't know. It was like oh right. Well, this is the first night, and okay, like well he's showing everyone that he's gay. So like okay, I kind of didn't think he was.
Because of my macho energy.
I thought it was weird, not gay.
Yeah, exactly.
So if anything, it's the opposite of homophobic, actually, because you didn't think it was weird to be gay.
So he's even no. In my head, I was like, oh, so he's like even weirder than I first thought, because I was like, oh, like he's weird and also he's gay. It was like, oh,
It's like
right,
doubling
so
up,
yeah. Okay, this guy's going to be a real treat to live with. No, but to be honest, like I don't know if I was like, because that was like a strong first impression of you. Like it wasn't the first impression, but it was like the first strong impression of you. And then of course we got to know you over the. I didn't know you had a girlfriend at this point. Of course, then I found that out, and that was funny. But yeah,
This is such an interesting story.
This is like that's what I was thinking. Like, and again, imagine if I get on that plane to South Carolina and it burns and crashes thanks to DEI.
Well, yeah,
Luke would have to tell it at my funeral.
Interesting, because of course we have had a good friendly relationship for the last almost 10 years now. You can say what the exact number is if you want, Dylan. But yeah, that was my first impression of you. And yeah, it's just very interesting because I was never going to say it because obviously it was quite revealing. Something
could say vulnerable.
Revealing something. Yes, exactly. Oh,
okay.
And that's time.
Oh no, I had one last thing to bring at home. This is just one very quick thing. So basically, I said there was that chick. I believe her name was Charlotte, but don't hold me to that. So essentially, later on, we went to a house party at my at like the girlfriend's house, but like the dorm, whatever. And I was like there with her as my girlfriend, and then we met this girl, Charlotte, and my girlfriend was like, "Oh, this is my boyfriend, Michael." And she looked at me and she gave me like a look of the only way I can explain it is that 100% she then went through the rest of her life thinking, "Oh, this is like a closeted gay guy who's using this woman as a way to hide these guys." Because from her perspective, like what's happened is I like went to hook up with her, then went, "No, I'm not going to do it." And then like an hour later, I'm making out with a dude. And then she finds out I have a girlfriend. So yeah, I always like think to myself, from her perspective, that must have been a very wild time.
No, that is quite funny. But can I ask you, Michael, as well? Like, so just about myself and Scott again. So you remember me and Scott seeing you?
I think, yeah. See, I don't want to make myself sound more gay, but I almost feel like in my head, I actually stopped because I saw you. But I don't think that is true. See, if I stopped because I saw you, that would imply that I would have kept going if I hadn't seen you. But I do think. I'm actually quite sure that I actually stopped naturally because I wasn't as huge a fan as I thought I might have been.
Yeah, okay, that's good. Yeah, right. So yeah, and all this time, these last years, you knew that I saw you do that, and you didn't bring it up.
Is this the first time this has been brought up?
There was one. There was one other time. See, the thing is, I remember one time it was brought up, which was when, right at the end of the year, at the end of first year, Jack said, "Oh, Michael, are you in an open relationship?" Well, actually, it couldn't have been right at the end of the year because it would have been like, so basically short before I broke up. But yeah, basically, it was like, "Michael, are you in an open relationship?" And I was like, no. And then he was just like, "So why were you making out with that guy?" And I just went, "Oh." And I just walked out the room. It's like, "Why were you making out with that guy at that club?" And I was like, "Oh."
And okay, why? No, we'll never know.
Yeah.
Okay, right. We will rate the topic now. Michael, if you want to give it a score. Actually, no, Dylan's first this season.
Yeah, good.
Sorry.
I don't want to be first.
I like that because it means, I think I've proven that I don't get influenced by the people's ratings, though. I'm going to give it, I actually quite like that topic. I think I'd give it an 8, actually. Yeah, I thought it was very interesting. It's quite fun. We had a nice kind of flow around there.
I am going to give it an 8 as well. Michael, sorry?
Yeah, I think 8's fine. I was kind of thinking 8. Oh. Yeah, and by the way, I'm not going to die on the plane, just so I can clarify.
Okay, that's great. So I'll get onto my topic now. Right, if you remember, because I've actually told Dylan this already, but Michael, I don't think I've told Michael.
I'm gay.
Yes.
No, we all just stand up and no, I'm gay. It's like Spartacus.
Yeah. Right after you kissed that guy, I then kissed that guy.
And then and you think that you met Dylan for the first time. So you actually
I was that guy.
Dylan was that guy. Oh no.
Now the hair loss really changed his appearance.
All right, okay.
Okay. Right, no. So I last year, if you remember, Michael, went to Stamford Bridge.
I'm looking forward to this one.
Yeah. So I'm actually cut this topic because it's a lot about my life that I don't really want revealed. So if there's big cuts in this section in the actual video, then that's why. I went to Stamford Bridge to play in a tournament, and that's it. So I don't know how much that will be included, but yeah, that's the story. I know Dylan liked it more than Michael, but there you go. I just thought, obviously it's a crazy thing that happened to me. I'm kind of grateful it happened.
Yeah,
and
of
all that
course,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah, so let us rate the topic. So, Dylan, you go first.
No, I actually really like this. I mean, actually, I was thinking of giving it a 9, but then considering that Michael's probably going to rate it really low as well, I might even go up to a 10. Just because Should I stick with a 9? I think I'm going to stick with a 9 actually, just because I'm going to leave there's going to be a ceiling. I'm going to leave that. I'm sure there's a better topic on its way, but this was really good.
Well, yeah, thank you. This is obviously it's like one of the highlights of my life.
Yeah, cool. I just love the thought you and Gary Kellis are like, these are mates. Like this.
Yeah. It's honestly it's just Gary Cahill standing right next to me. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a 9. It was pretty damn incredible, and I know I'm just reminiscing about it, but yeah.
I was gonna give it a 6, but the problem is now I'm putting you, and the reason why, and I know that sounds, but basically my logic was gonna be, I know that Dylan and Luke probably gonna rate it like 9, but it's not objectively bad, that's why I'm still rating it a positive rating. But
it's not for you. It's not for you.
It's not for you, and I know, I don't want to say be like a dickhead, but because I'm not I wasn't sat here stewing. I wasn't sat here being like, I don't give a shit about Stamford Bridge and Chelsea. People saying "scoozy." I'm glad. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. I'm glad you guys had a fun time. But yeah. I'm gonna say 6, but it's not because I hate you.
Well, this will be my time. We'll make it quick. I went. When did I actually go? Last week in May. I went.
I am happy to hear about your trip to Croatia. In terms of highlights, and I can even add some commentary to make it hilarious.
Brilliant stuff. There we go. Maybe go higher than the 7. Who knows? So I left on a Tuesday, went back on a Friday, so I had 2 full days there.
That's not very long.
First day I went on a boat party.
What city were you in? Can we clarify this?
I was in Split.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Did you go to the Temple of Diocletian?
I think so. I think I recorded a birthday video for Jack in the Temple of Diocletian. I think it was.
Okay, that's actually really. I just said the one thing that I know that's in Split, and okay, cool. Well, I guess that makes sense. It's probably the most famous thing.
Is it like a Game of Thrones thing? So I'm not into Game of Thrones, but I know they did a lot of Game of Thrones filming in.
Not. But isn't that Dubrovnik?
No, actually it might be, but I think actually probably I don't know. I don't know enough. There was a poster. There was a poster. There was like an official gift shop.
You are right, by the way. It is Dubrovnik, Michael.
Thank you.
That they filmed Game of Thrones in.
That's the 3rd city in Croatia. I did get scammed by a black person, but no ethnic conflict.
Wait, hold on. They have black people there?
Oh yeah, well he spoke English, so I'm assuming it wasn't Croatian.
So, fuck you, mate. You thought you got on, you were like, oh god, I thought I got away from them. I thought I'd come to the Slavic paradise where we didn't have to worry about these brownos.
Oh yeah, I was there, yeah.
Oh really? Okay, good, yeah, because I just sent an image of Diocletian's palace. That's good to know that you were there. Yeah. Now, an interesting thing about the reforms of Diocletian, no, I'm joking.
4. I'm just gonna bring my topic really low because you just
actually the crisis of the 3rd century was a really interesting period that required a return to tetrarchy. Anyway, no, Dylan. So you went on a river cruise, sea cruise.
Yeah, I did. I went on a boat cruise. Yeah, I actually really didn't like it that much because I went on boat parties in Hungary.
You found out it was like one of those immigrant things. Like Dylan got a human trap. He got on the one boat going the wrong way around.
I thought the actual boat was just like a dinghy.
Yeah, he sees a load of emaciated brown people with burqas from Libya, and he's like, and then the guy's like, you want trip? You want? I'm like, yeah. He just finds himself in Libya. He has to go back the long way.
Yeah. So no, I didn't like it because when I was in Hungary, so Hungary's landlocked, so you just got the river Danube, so you can just kind of you're only in the boat for an hour, 2 hours, and then you're off it. Whereas because Split's coastal, they just take you. They thought I would just take you all the way around, and it's you're on the boat for 5 hours, and it's the alcohol was really expensive on the boat, so I couldn't really get that. Well, I could, but I didn't really want to because it was it's €10 for a beer or something like that. So, I didn't really enjoy myself that much. But, I had a nice day, apart from the time I got scammed by this. So, I want
to hear the scamming story.
They've got all these, merchant, all these merchants in, the place where they got,
and when you say that, you don't mean Jews, right? You mean,
Yeah, they got, all the thing with, would you want to buy some beads or something like that? And they got, I got all the,
gypsies.
That's it, yeah. So this guy comes up to me and just gives me a freebie. And he's like, oh, have this, have this, and have this. And he gives me all this stuff. And I don't want it. Have this. No, thank you. So he gives
Wait, so he was
anyway.
black? He was black? He spoke English, what, without an accent, or?
Oh, he must have had something. He was wearing a Real Madrid shirt.
Cool.
So yeah, but he's like, oh, just if you want to give us something, give us something. I said, oh, I can have €5 then, and he spotted out a 50. So if you give me this 50, I'll give you change for it. And I was like, that's not a good idea. That's not a good idea. But then eventually I gave him the 50, and.
I like how Dylan's like perfectly sensible, but it's kind of like it's sort of like the way you can like force through a law in Parliament, where if you like try enough times, they just have to push it through. Like he's got like a rule that's basically just, I'm pretty sure like video games, which is like you need to ask someone 3 times in order to. It's a character in Austin Powers. That's it. It's a guy who can't stand being asked the same question 3 times. Otherwise, he just like gives the information.
Well, that is just me. I love it. It's just like when we're at uni. It's like, oh, does anyone fancy going out tonight? I'd be like, nah, I'm all right. It's like, oh, go on, Dilly, go on. Nah, I'm all right. I'll go on. All right then. That's kind of me all over that. So yeah. Anyway, I was very suspicious of him. So like he got his change out. So I kind of like grabbed the change, and he was trying to do this thing. Was I'll take this until there's none left. So I managed to salvage some of it. I think I got €25 back off him.
Okay, so you weren't totally scammed.
I wasn't totally scammed out of 50. I still like pretty pissed off at myself. Because I only wanted to give him €5, and he's like, "This is for my goods. This is for me," And I was just like, "No, I'll be taking some of that back, thank you, sir." But he still took €25 off me.
Yeah. I had a bad experience with blacks in Tenerife. Basically,
it's not this kind of it's not this kind of podcast, by the way, everybody.
Oh well, I was just gonna say like they put one of those like they put some beads on me without my consent.
Yeah,
then they tightened them. So that
nice.
and then like basically it was kind of scary because then I said I actually don't have any money, like I literally do not, like there's nothing you can do. And then like they couldn't get the bead off, so they started like biting at the beads to get them off, like right next to my wrist, and I was like, please don't bite my wrist off. And that's how I became racist.
And the worst part as well is he gave me a belt that I really didn't want, but the fact is that I'd lost €25 and all I had to show for it was a belt and this like thing, this like bracelet thing. And I was like, well, I don't really want this belt, but it has cost me €25, so I will carry this with me.
Do you have the belt on you?
I've got it somewhere. I don't know where I put it, but I was like, but I had a nice second day anyway. I just kind of, I preferred it. I just kind of explored the city,
Yeah. So to clarify, you implied, so did you go to Split before now? Like you basically been Split twice?
Yeah, that's the second time now. I went in the summer of 2024. And then I decided to go in the spring. And that was the one.
Did you not feel? Sorry, I guess your topic's almost over. But do you not feel like maybe you should have tried to actually go to Romania successfully? Was that not? Because it's kind of like weird to me that originally your plan was to go to Split and Budapest, then somewhere in Romania that wasn't Bucharest. Am I right about that? Or was it Bucharest?
No, it was Bucharest.
Okay, yeah. So basically, you want to go to Split, Budapest, Bucharest. And then obviously, famously, you missed your flight to Bucharest. Then you thought, I've got to rectify things by going to the one place, or by not going to the place I haven't been to, going to the place I've already been to again.
I thought that, but I just thought
I hate you.
I thought, I enjoyed Split so much, but I'm just gonna enjoy just being here instead of going other places.
So that is it then for Dylan's topic. What a great topic it was. Michael, if you will rate it, please.
Thanks, League. I appreciate that.
Rating,
so
please.
I'm going to give it a 7.
Dylan, rating, please.
7 as well.
Okay, well, I thought, to be honest, it was a really pleasant listen. I enjoyed it quite a lot. Yeah. So I'm
going to give it a 10.
I was going to give it I was going to give it a 10. I was going to make Dylan win because then Michael and I wouldn't have to do a heads or tails there. For fuck's sake. Because if I give Dylan a 10, he just gets...
I think 24 equals Michael's.
Three-way tie. I do love to.
Oh, fucking hell. There's no point in giving Dylan a 10 now. If only you'd given yourself an 8, Dylan.
Why don't I... Oh, yeah. Well, why don't you kind of give mine an honest thing and then I can maybe flip a coin or something like that and we can decide.
Okay, fine. Right. I think a 7 is fair. What you've given it a 7 is fair. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Let us now put 700 in the fucking cell. Right. 7. Okay. So, Dylan, can you flip a coin then for me and Michael?
No, just to show that, you've got a heads and a tails on there. It's not a trick coin.
Okay, so, thank you.
Because I preferred Luke's topic over Michael's, I'm gonna let Luke call it.
Okay, well, I'm gonna call heads.
Oh, so okay, yeah.
You're gonna call tails, man.
Okay, do that again because I literally just saw that happen. I was like, "What are you doing?"
This is why I really
this is more entertaining than your topic.
Okay. It is. It is heads. Yeah.
Oh, well done.
Okay. Right, there we go. Such skill from me.
Well done.
So I win
Well
this week.
deserved.
It might not have been heads before, you never know.
Never know. Right, so let us quickly do the Twin Peaks thing, and this will
I
be
forgot about that.
quick.
But yeah, okay.
Briggs,
This is
Palmer,
because-
Briggs 40, Palmer 30, Renault 20, Jacobi 10.
I've done another 40, 30, 20.
So
10.
okay, no. Okay, give me yours, Michael, quickly.
All right.
and
So
we can end
okay,
this.
yeah. So Catherine Martell 40,
Okay,
Audrey Horne 30,
okay,
Josie Packard 20,
okay.
Donna Hayward 10.
But there we go. My final thought is, what do you call a constipated detective?
What?
Mr. Shits a lot. Except he
No
doesn't-
shit.
Oh,
No shit, Sherlock.
that's
Final
really good.
thoughts, please,
Yes.
Michael.
My love life's like a software update, always promising performance improvements, but mostly just ruins everything and takes way too long. That's ChatGPT
okay.
right there. Thank you.
Oh, that's fun.
Thank you, ChatGPT. That's great. Michael will be off to America, which means again we have another 3-week break to the next
Long
episode.
time now, yeah.
Yeah.
No
I know,
scene.
but after that we'll get back on it, and then maybe we can book a lads' holiday
Oh,
after.
yeah.
You know,
Loads,
maybe
loads.
we can do that.
Yeah,
Loads,
I
loads,
was actually
to-
thinking about that as like, I was going to put together a little, list of options for an entertaining and productive
That's great.
topic.
Next time we will have something fun to do as well, which I won't reveal. But yeah, thanks everyone. Goodbye.
Guten Tag.
Bye, everybody.